everyone, it's Nicole doing my internship at Water Street Mission. I've been having a great past 2 weeks. Just some updates. The parenting class that I helped get started continues to run. I'm getting good feedback from participants about feeling like it's valuable. Also, the educators who are facilitating the class have really good things to say about how they feel things are going. The attendance, unfortunately, has continued to decline. There were 2 women who got housing and moved out of the shelter, and so while they are welcome to return and continue with the class, it's understandably just a little more challenging when the class isn't right on site like it has been for them. So I'm not sure that they'll be back. They did miss this past week. And then there was another woman who got a job that requires morning hours when the class is being held. And so one thing, when I had my supervision earlier this week, I was talking with my supervisor just about ideas for the next class and how maybe we can tweak the structure a little bit so that more people can attend more classes. So we were kind of talking about, instead of it being a 12-week curriculum, somehow finding a way to make it only 6 weeks. We talked about, instead of 2 hours a class, doing 4 hours. That seems a little long and maybe difficult for people to commit to. But then maybe twice a week would be an option instead. But again, then that's 2 days that the parents are having to commit to. So my plan is next week after the parenting class to kind of sit down with some of the participants and get their feedback on what they think maybe is more feasible or just better options for them. So that's been a lot of what I've been doing. I'm also helping to get a boundaries group started. I know I talked about that in previous video posts. So the very first one begins on Friday, which is really cool. It's been fun developing that curriculum and kind of taking stuff that already exists and looking at how can we apply it to the current population. I've been working with one of the life coaches on that, and she has really great experience working one-on-one with the women, and so she seems really in tune to the challenges that they face, particularly related to boundaries in the shelter, and then also outside of the shelter, but like what that experience is like while being at a homeless shelter and managing, boyfriends, parents, friends, things like that. So I'm excited to see how that goes on Friday. And then finally, the big thing that I've been working on is the family mentoring program. I do think I chatted about that a little bit before, but basically we're going to try to pair a family in the community with a family at the shelter, and not having that family necessarily mirror each other as far as, a lot of the families at the shelter are just a single mom with kids. And so certainly matching that with, a 2-parent household or anything. We're sort of open to whatever the possibilities are. So I've been working a lot on developing the training for the mentors. And that's been really great because I'm able to incorporate a lot of the research I did in the first semester into this training, which is cool. And what I'd love to get feedback from you all this week about is how to create some sort of activity or like a role play, something that's more interactive for the mentors going through the training, to help them think about, what it really is like to parent while living in poverty, and also parent while living in a homeless shelter where the environment is much different than what you kind of think of as a sort of normal family living area where these women don't have as much privacy as the families coming into the mentoring program are used to, and so really helping them expand their understanding of what the challenges are when you're parenting in poverty, but doing so in a way that's not just, talking at them. I feel like a lot of the training I've developed so far is pretty lecture style with, a little discussion. But any feedback you all might have, any ideas would be awesome. And just thinking about how the mentoring participants might be able to, really, really empathize with that, really develop it, and not just hear a bunch of facts about parenting in poverty. So I look forward to hearing from you all. Hope you are all doing well and having a great week. Thanks.